Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Class will be starting soon, na, bro, na?
तो ये कीर्तन में ये कहाँ से आ गया?
I thought 8:15 class will start, bro.
No, you please continue. So,
Navjot, bro.
anyone wants to do Kirtan until probably another 5 minutes. Gopi Mandala Mataji, just in case if you're. And devotees kindly switch on the video once Prabhu joins. So, uh, I mean, as a matter of respect, so we are all virtual, but it makes it'll be nice if yes, Mataji, Gopi Mandala Mataji, you want to sing?
I just want to read that now. Just like a and then I'll say.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are waiting for Prabhu. Probably we'll. I just got a message that join 8:25 and 8:30 onwards. Prabhuji will be speaking.
Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gurudev ki jai. Krishna Kirtana Gananartapan. Sorry, Krishna Kirtana Gananartaparo. No Premamritam Nidhi. Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Priya Karo. Nirmatsaro Pujito Shri Chaitanya Kripa Bharo Bhuvi Bhuvo Bharavahantarako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Nana Shastra Vicharanai Nipuno Sadharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro Shri Radha Shri Radha Krishna Padaravindra Bhajana Nandena Mataliko Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Shri Gauranga Gunavana Navidho Shraddha Samridhyanvito Papotapanikrintano Tanubhritam Govindaganamrita Anandam Buddhivardhanaikkanipuno Kaivalyanishtarako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Tyaktva Turnamasheshamandalapati Shrinim Sada Tuchava Bhutva Dina Ganesha Karunaya Gopikashrito Gopi Bhavarasamrita Pilahari Kelola Magna Moho Vande Rupa सनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको कूजात् कोकिलहंस ससारसगना किरणे मयूराकुले नानारत्ननिबाधमूलवितपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने राधा कृष्णमहार्निशं प्रभजतो जीवर्थदो यो मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको सङ्ख्यापूर्वकनामगाननतिभिः कालावसानि कृतो नेत्राहारविहारकादिविजितो चैतन्यदीनोचयो राधाकृष्णगुणास्मृतिर्मधुरिमा नन्देन सामोहितो वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको राधाकुण्डतटे कलिन्दतनया तीरे च वंशीवटे प्रेमोन्मादवसादशेषदशया ग्रस्तौ प्रमातौ गायन्तौ च कदा हरिर्गुणवरम् भवाविभूतं मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको हे राधे व्रजदेवि के चललिते हे नन्दसूनो कुता श्रीगोवर्धनकल्पदपदतले कालिन्दिवाने कुता घोषन्ताविति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे खेदेर्महाविफलो वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are always engaged in chanting the holy names of Krishna and dancing. They are just like the ocean of love of God, and they are popular both with the gentle and with the ruffians, because they are not envious of anyone. Whatever they do, they are all pleasing to everyone, and they are fully blessed by Lord Chaitanya. Thus, they are engaged in missionary activities meant to deliver all the conditioned souls in the material universe. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizing studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds, and they are worth taking shelter of, because they are observed in the mood of the gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely the Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who are very much enriched in understanding of Lord Chaitanya and who are thus expert in narrating his transcendental qualities. They can purify all conditioned souls from the reactions of their sinful activities by pouring upon them transcendental songs about Govinda. As such, they are very expert in increasing the limits of the ocean of transcendental bliss, and they are the saviors of the living entities from the devouring mouth of liberation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who kicked off all association of aristocracy as insignificant. In order to deliver the poor conditioned souls, they accepted lion cloths, treating themselves as mendicants, but they are always merged in the ecstatic ocean of the gopis, love for Krishna, and bathe always and repeatedly in the waves of that ocean. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who are always engaged in worshipping Sri Radha Krishna in the transcendental land of Vrindavan, where there are beautiful trees full of fruits and flowers which have under their roots all valuable jewels. The Goswamis are perfectly competent to bestow upon the living entities the greatest boon of the goal of life. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who are engaged in chanting the holy names of the Lord and bowing down in a secluded, scheduled measurement. In this way, they utilize their valuable lives, and in executing these devotional activities, they conquered over eating and sleeping, and were always meek and humble, enchanted by remembering the transcendental qualities of the Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who were sometimes on the bank of the Radhakund lake or the shores of the Yamuna, and sometimes at Vamsivata. There they appeared just like madmen in the full ecstasy of love for Krishna, exhibiting different transcendental symptoms in their bodies, and they were merged in the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who were chanting very loudly everywhere in Vrindavan, shouting, Queen of Vrindavan, Radharani, O Lalita, O son of Nand Maharaj, where are you all now? Are you just on the hill of Govardhan? Or are you under the trees of the bank of the Yamuna? Where are you? These were their moods in executing Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Priji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I think Salakshana Mataji has joined. Hare Krishna. Okay. Prabhuji has joined. And we can't hear you. Let me see if I can. Dvijavara Prabhu. We can see your video.
Hare Krishna.
Harival. Jai.
Sorry, I could not hear. I just sorted out my laptop, so I'm live now.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you so much for the invitation. I was invited by Brajapati Sutta Prabhu, and So I'm grateful that I can spend this little time with you. Can you actually hear me well? Is
Yes,
the audio
yes,
okay?
yes, Prabhuji, totally. I would just like to introduce Prabhuji. He doesn't need any introduction. You see, wherever you see Srila
Mm.
Gurudev, he is there. Just as a formality, I would please allow me to introduce you, Prabhu. So, His Grace Dvijavara Prabhu, formerly he was known as Dominic Prabhu, and he has dedicated his life for serving Srila Gurudeva for over 2 decades now. And actually, he's contributed profoundly for spreading Krishna consciousness, across the globe through sound. Okay, so so Prabhuji, early in his life, Prabhuji came in contact, if I am right, Krishna consciousness in 98, 99 in Woodstock Festival in Poland, and that is Krishna's Village of Peace. And since then, he's actively involved, with Srila Gurudev as part of Polish tours. And in his early years, Prabhuji traveled with Prahlad Prabhu as a brahmachari for some time, assisting in Harinam Kirtan and festival engagements. And early in his during the earlier years, he was supporting. There was actually a winter tour and summer tour, I believe, in Europe, and winter tour in some of the Polish cities. So there was a small group. It's not really small, but 60 devotees were traveling around to the inner cities, and Prabhuji was major support there. And then in later years now, I was hearing from Rajpati Prabhu, actually, Srila Gurudev gave some Lakshmi to Prabhu, and just like how Prabhupada used to send, just turn the globe on the desk and just ask, Prabhupada used to ask, go here, go there, and start preaching. Srila Gurudev sent Dvijavara Prabhu to Brazil, just gave him some Lakshmi, and asked him to organize a uh, event there. And then Prabhuji just went, just taking instruction, just like Prabhupada's disciples used to do. And Prabhuji has been serving in Australian Rath Yatra as well. And this festival, he is like end to end. Everything logistics, literally end to end, except the financial part. Everything Prabhuji takes care. Um, like, I mean, you can imagine, like, in India, it's so much. There is so much dynamics, and coming from outside India, and he's able to manage a festival end to end. It's amazing, and Prabhuji is empowered. Otherwise, it is it's so challenging. Right? So, and Prabhuji is, like everyone knows, his deep commitment to the sound service. So it's behind the scenes, but whatever we hear, I mean, for Krishna consciousness, Vani is most critical, and Prabhuji is the medium for all of that. And of course, like wherever there is sound, there is Dujar Prabhu, and we all have seen him in Kartik Festival and Sadhu Sangha. He has been serving since many years. So yeah, so over 20 years, Prabhuji has traveled extensively in service of Srila Gurudeva. So and we, with our open hearts, we welcome Prabhuji to, and thank you so much for taking your time to giving us your association, Prabhuji, and kindly. And we are like a small group here in India. We are all mostly disciples, and some of us are aspiring disciples of His Holiness Indrajit Swami Maharaj. So we are the Indian God family, Prabhuji. So thank you.
I'm very, very honored to meet with you. I would like to start with saying that it is actually the sign of intelligence to appreciate other devotees. Whenever I hear glorification of devotees, this is actually perfect, because how much advanced we are in Krishna consciousness is shown by how much we appreciate other devotees. I myself don't take any credit, because whatever I'm doing in Krishna consciousness is all mercy of Shri Gurudev. I'm just trying to serve him. Yeah. I was thinking, what can we speak about today? And it looks like you introduced a big part of my life. But still, I think that it would be nice that maybe I could share a little bit about how I came to Krishna consciousness. I know that usually this is things that devotees ask you, and everyone has a unique story, so it's always interesting and inspiring. At the moment, I'm in Poland. We just getting ready for the first festival. Tomorrow, we're going to set up in Chorze, one of the town on the Polish coast. And on Tuesday, we're going to have the first festival. Shri Gurudev will be joining us on Wednesday, coming for the second day of the festival. So, without further ado, I think I was 17 years old, and I went for the concert. That was a punk rock music concert. And there was one famous Polish band who was playing like rock music, and they became devotees. So I knew them before, and so I went for the concert, and I was shocked because they were wearing dhotis, they had tilaks, they were playing the same music, but instead of singing some stupid songs, they were actually chanting Hare Krishna. So I got very much intrigued. What is this Hare Krishna? So the next day, I went to the temple that was in Krakow, Poland, to see what is Hare Krishna. And from the beginning, I completely fall in love with everything about Krishna consciousness. As a young person, I had a lot of doubts, so I love the philosophy and explanation and the law of karma, why some people have a better situation in life and why some other people have to suffer. I love Prashadam. I love the chanting. I love Tulsi Puja and Kirtan. So I started regularly going to the temple and visit devotees. I think that was 1993. Then a few years later, when I was studying at the university, Shila Gurudev in the Dumna Swami, he came to one of the towns which was like very close to me, where I used to live. And I had the first time opportunity to meet Shila Gurudev and to meet the devotees who were serving with him, organizing the Polish festival. I remember that was Nishinga Chaturdasi, and it was not the regular festival. That was the festival just for the devotees at the base. That was my first contact with Shila Gurudev, and it made on me like big impression. All the devotees, they were like so happy, enthusiastic, like shining. So a few days later, the festival came to my own town. So I invited my family, and I helped devotees to put the posters around the town. And Shila Gurudev gave a class. There was a concert. There was like kirtan. So I fall in love with the festival of India. And the next year, it happened that actually I joined full-time the festival. That was year 1997. And since then, I maybe missed one tour. I've been serving on the Polish tour. My first service on the Polish tour was being part of the setup team. As you know, we have the stage, we have different tents. So that was my first service. I was helping to put up the tents and put the benches, then pack it at night. And in that way, the first year passed of me being on the tour. And then I've heard that Sri Prabhu, he was starting the group of brahmacharis, and he wanted to do follow-up program, which means on each festival, we are collecting a lot of emails and contacts and phone numbers from different people who are attending the festival. Actually, we used to have a tent that was called Keep in Touch with Hare Krishna. So people, they can leave their names. So then during the years, we were doing follow-up. We were contacting those people and going to different towns and organizing small programs where we could introduce them more into Krishna consciousness and inspire them to start chanting japa and read more Bhagavad Gita. So like this, we had this follow-up team with Shiplad Prabhu, which was functioning for a few years. And then at some point, we had a little bit of crisis on the Polish festival with the management. So our team split into, and every member of our follow-up group, he took different responsibility. One of the devotees, Suryakon, he became responsible for the kitchen department. Jayatam Prabhu, who is managing now Polish tour, he became responsible for advertisement. Varnaka Prabhu, he became like tour commander. And I took on my head the logistics and all technical side of the festival, setting up. And I've been doing the service for many, many years, setting up the Woodstock Festival, doing all the logistics with moving all our equipment. Also, when I came to Krishna consciousness, I had a great desire that I wanted to play music for Krishna. Before joining, I used to play a little bit of guitar. So Krishna was very kind to me, and I could join the Village of Peace band that was playing on a Polish tour, where Shiplad used to sing. So I played with the band for a few years, and then in year 2004, there was a situation that our band fell apart, and there was no one to do the sounds. So I volunteered. I always try to cover for any services that are like required, and there is no one to do. So I step up, got a few books from the library, and started learning how to do the sound. Also, being a musician, it came to me in the easy way. So I was not only managing the festival side, all the logistics, setting up Woodstock, but also I played in a band and earlier, and then I started doing the sound. Then with the years, I stepped down. I was coming back and then stepping down from the service of managing the festival side. And at the moment, my main service is actually to do the sound and to the lights. And also, like Prabhu mentioned, I was taking part in the small tours. That's true. 1 year after we finished our tour in Australia, Shila Gurudev gave me some money and asked if I could go to Chile, Argentina, and Brazil and pick up the best place, and if you could have another small tour. So I did, and by Gurudev's mercy and Krishna's mercy, the tour happened. We were there for 2 years, and it was a beautiful, beautiful time. So when I joined the Polish tour, we were starting in March and we were finishing in October. And the tour was actually divided in 3 parts. There was like spring tour, summer tour, and autumn tour. Spring tour was available for anyone. Anyone could come and join. However, the summer tour was available for anyone. But the spring tour and autumn tour we are doing with the smaller group of the devotees, and we are doing not only the coast of the Poland, but we are actually traveling. And pretty much over the years, we did like all the towns all over the Poland in different regions. So at the moment, our tour a little bit shrinked, and this year we're going to have a little bit over the month. But Shila Gurudev also started doing small tours. So we did Australia, we did Brazil, we did India. Now we've been to America and quite a few other places. We've been to New Zealand, we went to Hong Kong. We've been quite a lot of different places where we travel. So the Polish tour was the main engagement, and during the year we also had like some small tour with the smaller group in different parts of the world. And then when Rasika Mataji started organizing the Kartik Parikrama, I also stepped in at some point and I joined to do the sound. I started helping with the Sadhu Sangha festival and the other events. Also, Shila Gurudev asked if I could help to organize the Rishikesh Kirtan Fest. That was in 2019. So we went there with my wife and a few other devotees, and it is a beautiful festival. I'm sure that you have seen. So this is a little bit about me, and if you have any questions, comments, we can stop for the moment, and then I can continue. I can say something more.
And devotees, any questions for Prabhuji? Probably Prabhuji will be speaking about special events or some of the pastimes with Srila Gurudev, and so I think.
I have one quick question.
Please.
Prabhuji, you said 17 years old you saw, was that during the Poland festival that you saw the devotees, or was there something else? I didn't quite get that.
Yeah, that was year 1993, and that was the first time that I met devotees. That was the concert. It was not the concert organized by Shla Gurudev. That was like another band of the devotees. However, this band is still famous in Poland, and they were playing many times during the Woodstock festival. So they were like the guests in our Krishna's village of peace.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Any other? Okay, Tadiyasya Prabhu, you raised your hand. Kindly unmute.
One quick question. Dvijavara Prabhu, thank you
Yes.
for your wonderful services to Srila Gurudeva. I've been coming to Karthik since 2013, or maybe 2013. I did not notice you for many years, but I remember you may have started your services, I think 3 years back. Can you please clarify when you started services in Karthik for the Karthik Parikrama in Vrindavan?
To be honest, I don't remember, because before Rasika Mataji started Parikrama and started taking care of this, Shla Gurudev was actually doing the Parikrama earlier before. I remember coming first time to India in 2003, and every Kartik Shla Gurudev was like arranging through Narottam Prabhu and different devotees that we are getting a bus and we are going to Govardhan. We are going to different places, like in the smaller group with different devotees. Maybe it was 2014 that or 2015 that I know that there were a few other devotees who were doing the service. However, at 1 year there was a need, so I just took it over. Also, I noticed that one of the quality of Shla Gurudev is that he really appreciates the quality in service. When we're setting up the festival here in Poland, I often tell to the devotees, have you seen I ask the question, have you seen the altar of Shla Gurudev? I'm sure that all of you had the opportunity to see in person, or maybe on the pictures or on some videos, how much care Shla Gurudev takes about, like all the small details, how everything on his altar looks paka, and all paraphernalia, everything is like very beautiful and perfectly arranged. So this is one of the qualities that is inspiring me very much. So when we're trying to set up the festival, we're trying to follow the same principle, and we're trying to take care of all the details, how the benches are standing, how the tents are positioned, just to create the best possible quality for the people to get the experience. So I also remember that there was some time that Mahavan Prabhu, he was trying to do live streaming from the Kartik Parikrama. However, I felt that, like this quality is not really representing Shla Gurudev because of the internet and just using the mobile phone. There was a lot of interruption. And I could see that there are other devotees who streaming other events and doing it in a nice way. So I thought, okay, this is the place where we can improve the service for Shla Gurudev, where we can really show in a better way to the whole world and to the disciples the parikrama. So we got with an idea, why don't to get few cameras and try to like approach it more professionally. So this is also one of the services that me and my wife doing at the moment, that we're trying to the best we can stream the different festivals. So we stream Rishikesh, we stream Sadhusanga, and we stream the Kartik Parikrama. As a matter of fact, if you are interested, just today we have finished uploading all the kirtans from Sadhusanga retreat. During the retreat, we were doing streaming. However, it was just like the whole day stream. So what we did, we took all the videos and we took the audio recordings. We worked for like a long time to improve all the audio, and we just posted all the kirtans. So today we posted the last kirtan, which is with Shila. You're welcome to. I'm sure that probably you've already seen some of them and maybe all of them. So and they're available on Friends Forever YouTube channel. If anyone would like to say something, just please. I can see there's one hand up.
Panchana
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Praji. Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Praji, for your services. It's so nice to have you. Praji, I wanted to ask, are there any pastimes of Gurudev which you could tell us, in the early days, or as we all know, Gurudev is very spontaneous. And if you could say some pastimes, you would be great.
As you all know, Shila Gurudev is not an ordinary devotee. He's like very, very special and very advanced devotee. This is something that I was attracted to from very beginning. One of the qualities that inspired me in general from Srila Prabhupada disciples is their spirit and dedication to serve Srila Prabhupada, and how they giving their life and soul. So Srila Gurudev is one of the best examples that I ever seen in my life of the person who gave all his life to serve Srila Prabhupada. And I was always inspired and dreaming that I would like to have the same mood. You can see that the two most important things that we can gain from our spiritual master is the first, the instructions. He's giving us instructions that are coming from Srila Prabhupada and from Acharyas and ultimately from Krishna. And the second thing is to understand what is the mood of the spiritual master. We can see that Srila Rupa Goswami, he knows, we chant the pranama mantra to Srila Rupa Goswami, Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam, that he knows what is in the heart of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And because he knows what is in his heart and what is dear to him, he established the Sankirtan movement. So all the acharyas in our line, they serve the Sankirtan movement. And Srila Prabhupada is the best example for us that he took as a life and soul the instruction of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj to spread the Krishna consciousness all over the world, not only in India. And he was successful because he gave 100%. So Srila Gurudev, in the same way how Srila Prabhupada gave 100% to serve the mission of Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj and previous acharyas and Srila Rupa Goswami and Lord Chaitanya, he's doing the same thing. One of the things that I love about Srila Gurudev is the way how he's writing his offerings. Every festival, every event that Srila Gurudev is organizing is like a beautiful flower. And during the year, he's making the whole beautiful garland from these flowers and he's offering this garland to Srila Prabhupada. It is so inspiring for me to hear that Srila Gurudev, one of the first things when he arrives to India, he likes to go to Jaipur and he likes to go to in front of Govindaji and actually give him a report, what is the status of the preaching mission and what was accomplished and when he went to spread Krishna consciousness. We can see that Srila Prabhupada, he was always the most inspired hearing the reports about the preaching. Even till the last moment when Srila Prabhupada was here present, devotees, they tried to inspire him and encourage him by giving him reports how many books were printed, how many books were distributed, how many devotees joined. So this is amazing thing. There's a lot of offerings and devotees, they sharing their mind, but Srila Gurudev is always giving the report to Srila Prabhupada. and to our acharyas about what is the status of the preaching, and this is a beautiful garland, and each festival, each event is actually part of this beautiful garland every year. So some pastimes with Srila Gurudev. Well, what comes to my mind is that Srila Gurudev is the best example of somebody who loves devotees and who loves people. I could experience many times how Srila Gurudev deeply cares about the devotees and about the people, and he's making extraordinary efforts to inspire people and inspire devotees and give them something special. I don't know if you have this experience, but for me, everyone who meets Srila Gurudev, he has this deep impression that he's very dear to Srila Gurudev, and Gurudev has like special heart for him. So this is amazing quality. Krishna is actually wishing well to every living entities, even if they're not interested in a relationship with him. And this is actually the heart of the devotee. He doesn't actually discriminate, and he doesn't see that, oh, this is my enemy, or he's not a devotee. The devotee have a heart and wishing well like to every living entity. We can see that Srila Prabhupada, he was always signing his letter, always you're always well wisher. So we can see that Srila Gurudev is embedding the same mood, and he's wishing well to all people and all the devotees. He said many times that he got a proposition to manage different projects and to be part of the GPC. But he says like there is so many managers who can do the job, but there is not enough preachers, and this is actually the real spirit, and this is the real mode of Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada was very, very careful and gave us instructions that we should not intimately associate with other groups, and that was actually the main reason. That this compassion that is carried through the Sankirtan movement, the compassion that is originally coming from the heart of Srimati Radharani, this is the essence of Krishna consciousness movement. This is the essence of ISKCON. So Srila Prabhupada didn't want us to lose the summer on the way, that we start creating the small groups and we'll be just, like getting into pastimes of Krishna. We don't make progress in this way as much as we make progress by assisting our acharyas and assisting Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada in actually preaching mission. This is the proper understanding of what is the mood of our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas. So for me, Srila Gurudev is the perfect example, and he cares. I've been witnessing many times that like we arrive to some place, and Srila Gurudev remembers devotees who were part of his preaching program or like in the past. So he always likes to make a phone call and ask how they're doing, even if they are not in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes devotees, they say, oh, Srila Gurudev is not noticing me or don't have a time for me. But actually, Srila Gurudev has heart for everyone, and he's grateful to every devotee and every disciple for all the services they did, even if it's the small service. He might not have a time and opportunity to reciprocate, but it's not that he's not conscious and aware, and it's not that he's not feeling grateful for this. And when Srila Gurudev finds the moment to actually reciprocate, he can really make our day, and he'll give his 100% and his full heart to give to the devotee or to the person. So from the personal examples, I remember that in 2004, just on the first festival, right before we started, I went to the shop just to get something to drink, and there was one crazy guy, and he was drunk, and he punched me in the face and he broke my nose. So instead of going for the first festival, I went to the emergency hospital, and I remember that Srila Gurudev came to me the next day to my room, and he was sitting with me for 2 hours, and we were talking about different things. So he's so busy taking care of all the devotees on the tour and managing, or he used to manage a lot. Now he's more like giving his leadership and his association. and he came just to talk to me, and he was like very compassionate to me, and I could feel his heart. And I've seen many times, like if one of the devotees goes to the hospital because he has some problem or some kids, he would always go and visit the devotee and bring something, some gifts. So yes, Srila Gurudev has amazing heart and love for all the devotees and also for all the people. Maybe I will share with you one more story. This is one of my favorite stories. That one day on the Polish tour, the group of the Harinam was walking with Srila Gurudev, and there was this one small gypsy girl who was playing the accordion. It is quite common in different big cities in Europe that the parents, like the gypsy parents, they teach their children to play some instruments, and then they send them on the street to make money, and then they collect this money. So Srila Gurudev was like feeling very compassionate to this girl, and like not far from there was her father. He was like drinking some beer with the friends. So Srila Gurudev asked one of the devotees to go and inquire the father how much this girl makes per day. So the devotee came back and he said like $50, $50. So Srila Gurudev said like, we have this beautiful festival here. How about we buy her like day and we pay you $50 and we take your daughter for the festival and we bring her back in the evening. So the father, without thinking, said like, yeah, why not? Easy money. So when the Harinam continued going, just around the corner, there was her sister, and she was also playing another instrument, and she was also collecting money. So we gave to the father like another $50, and we brought those two girls to the festival. So of course the ladies, they put saris on them, and they put tilak, and they took them to the restaurant, and they could have samosa and some sweets. And they went to the gift shops, and they could pick up some gifts. They could watch the beautiful drama about Krishna that was happening on the stage. And then I remember that Shila Gurudev also took them and those two girls. They could sit with him next to him during the final kirtan. And then at the end of the day, they were just like taken back to the father. So this is amazing example of thinking out of the box. How much would you pay for changing somebody's life? So just for $100, those two girls, they will never forget the experience that they had with the devotees, and that they could chant, they could have prashadam, and they could have association with such a like amazing devotee and devotees and the festival. So this is one of the many examples where I could see how much love, care Shri Gurudev has for the people and for the devotees, and how much he's going out of the box to try to serve Srila Prabhupada and the mission.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that wonderful nectar. Proji, one more follow-up question. Could you please elaborate on how your service has been essential? Like you serving Gurudev has actually uh, made you advance in Krishna consciousness just by serving Gurudev. Uh, like
Srila Gurudev always says that service is a privilege. And to be part of this mission and to serve Srila Prabhupada is actually the highest privilege you could ever gain. Sometimes, like I'm just thinking that I'm so ignorant that I cannot really properly appreciate it. But by serving Srila Gurudev and by serving Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada is one of the closest associates of Krishna and servant of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. So we are extremely lucky. Sometimes, so for me, every day with Srila Gurudev is the greatest adventure. It's the most beautiful part of life. Like every day that we can spend with Gurudev, and every service we can do is actually the privilege. So I'm trying to keep it in my mind, and I'm trying to be grateful for all these opportunities. One time, Srila Prabhupada was asked by the disciples, Srila Prabhupada, it looks like you're giving very special mercy to Vishnujan Maharaj. And Srila Prabhupada replied, yes, I'm actually giving my mercy to anyone who wants to take it, and he actually wants to really take it. So this is available to all of us, and it was always my inspiration from the beginning in Krishna consciousness that somehow or other I would like to. I'm feeling grateful for what I received from Srila Prabhupada, and I would like to contribute, and I would like to serve this mission. So whatever capacity I have and whatever needs are there, I'm trying to serve. And also because Krishna gave me a few talents in this life, I'm trying to use it in service to Shila Gurudev. So Shila Gurudev can when it comes to some technical aspects of the festival, Shila Gurudev have some trust and is trusting me in making different arrangements. But at the same time, I'm not perfect. I also make the mistakes. My strong side is that I always pray that I really would like to please Shila Gurudev, and I would like to please the devotees despite of my imperfections. I don't know if this is something that you wanted to hear. And
Yes, Prabhuji. Completely. It's so much nectar. Vijay Narasimha, if it is fine, can I just ask one last question before other devotees can?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
I wanted to ask, like, as young disciples of Gurudev, we all are very young, and you have been with Gurudev for such long period of time serving him. So, what are the three things which you would say is very important for us in our in building our relationship with Gurudev, like japa or service, or three things which you think is the most important, which Gurudev likes to see in his disciples?
three things. Um, One time Shila Gurudev said that he can appreciate very much the devotees who are mature and don't need to take his attention. Sometimes, like we crossing the line between what is who is spiritual master, and like sometimes we're just crossing it, like with like our own father. So Shila Gurudev is dedicated to serve Shila Prabhupada, and he's our spiritual father, and he's there to take us back to Krishna and guide us and help us so we can be properly engaged in devotional service. And Shila Gurudev sometimes he's giving a lot of like emotional support to different disciples. So I heard from him that he likes very much when devotees are also like mature. And they don't need, like his attention, like small kids that, like that they want to be seen, like and they want to be, like appreciated, and they want Shila Gurudev to smile. Of course, he's one of this few spiritual master who can combine those two things, and he can give a lot of support and a lot of warmth to all the devotees. But he's also limited very much with his time. I remember during the like the my early days in Krishna consciousness, when there was no WhatsApp, and sometimes Shila Gurudev was getting like 100 emails a day, and at the same time we had the festivals, which is like the full day on, and a lot of devotees writing to Shila Gurudev with their problems and the complaints, and like and asking for their advice. So I could see that it was how much effort Shila Gurudev was taking to keep in touch and to reply to those emails. Practically speaking, it was sometimes not possible for him to reply to all the emails. And I know for sure that he was reading all the emails, but he had to choose to which emails he replied. And I remember that he had these periods of time that after the like festivals, he was going to some place and he was like closing himself for like few days just to catch up with his correspondence and deal with different situations. So this is one thing. What Shila Gurudev appreciates is our cooperation in serving to mission of Shila Prabhupada. being part of the spiritual movement and being part of the of Srila Prabhupada's movement means that one of the qualities before we go back to spiritual world that we need to develop is to be a team player. We need to respect our authorities, and also we need to learn how to cooperate, how to put Krishna and other devotees in the center, and how to sometimes go out of our comfort zone, how to sometimes drop our ego. However, I would say that, like the quality that Shila Gurudev appreciates the most is like if we are able to understand properly the mood and the spirit of Shila Prabhupada, which is preaching Krishna consciousness. We are not perfect. We all have conditioned natures. We are born in different families, like we all have our, everyone has some kind of traumas. But no matter how bad qualities we have, everything can be overlooked. But if we can actually get the spirit and try our best and be sincere in preaching Krishna consciousness, the power of Krishna consciousness is such that gradually we'll become purified from all those things. So the main the main goal of Srila Gurudev is to please Srila Prabhupada through the preaching, and this is the spirit of our movement. So anyone who can pick up this mood and dedicate their lives to serve this mission, that's actually the most important element, and this is the most important quality. And preaching means that we can do it directly ourselves, or we can serve those who preach. We can assist. The benefit and it's the same. So anyone to some degree can find the way how they can contribute and how can they serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada. So those are the few things that comes to my mind. Also, Srila Gurudev says that like you can recognize a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, that somebody is a gentleman. So Srila Gurudev is a perfect gentleman, and he can deal as a perfect gentleman with everyone according to their position.
Okay. Also, Guruji, I wanted to ask that as we are approaching Kartik Parikrama, like just in 2-3 months now, in the month of October, there are many of aspiring disciples here on the call who will be experiencing Kartik Parikrama for the first time. And in general, maybe all of us have just attended Kartik Parikrama once or twice. Could you please elaborate what is so special about Kartik Parikrama? Like us coming to Vrindavan or Mayapur and Gurudev just revealing the Dham to us.
One time, Srila Prabhupada was asked by the book distributors on the big festival, what is most pleasing to you? And that question was tricky because they were expecting that Srila Prabhupada will say that book distribution is the most pleasing to me. They were looking for the ultimate proof. Now, however, Srila Prabhupada answered the question in a different way. He said, like, what is most pleasing to me if you become Krishna conscious and you develop love for Krishna? So those are the two parts of every devotee's life. That we're trying to develop our love and our affection to Krishna, and at the same time we're trying to serve the mission. And those two things, they always go parallel. So for me, Srila Gurudev is perfect example of a devotee who is taking care of two sides of our needs. So whenever we come to the Polish tour or like other events, Srila Gurudev says, like, we did not come here for sadhana. We are here for the people, and we are here to share Krishna consciousness with them. But when the tour is finished, we actually have a time in our life. We have our Kartik Parikrama where we can come, and specifically where we can focus on our internal spiritual life and our bhajan and getting our realization and association. So Srila Gurudev is arranging the whole year in the perfect way because we have opportunity to preach, like in Rishikesh, on the Polish tour, so many other events. But also he's spending time and giving time to the devotees where we can meet and when we can work on our spiritual life. So the book tour or sadhu sangha or especially Kartik Parikrama is this one thing that makes our year complete. That we're not only making endeavors that we we're trying to assist the mission, but also we have a time to recharge our own batteries, spiritual batteries. We are all living in India, but Srila Prabhupada said that all the devotees from the West, they should come to India at least once a year for the festivals in Mayapur and in Vrindavan, just to get inspired and to nourish their spiritual lives. So Kartik Parkama is always this beautiful time that there's so many amazing devotees. Shla Gurudev is taking us to the amazing places, so we can forget about social media, we can forget about work, and we can really come and just focus our minds and take the full advantage from this association. And also, you were saying that some of you are young devotees, but only Shudras measure seniority by age. The Vaishnavas, they measure seniority by bhakti, like by knowledge, by dedication in the mood. So somebody can be in the movement for like short time, but we don't know where you're coming from. And like you can have really pure heart. Somebody can be in Krishna consciousness for many, many years and he can still struggle. So it doesn't matter, like how new or how much years you have in Krishna consciousness. This is not how we really measure the advancement. So everyone, even the new devotee, can be like fully inspired and can be mature in Krishna consciousness and can give the full heart in contributing the Krishna consciousness. We can see that was the case when Srila Prabhupada started this movement. All the devotees, they were like very young people, but they wanted to please Srila Prabhupada with everything they had, and that was actually their secret, and that was how they were successful, just with the pure heart. So this Kartik will be actually very special. We know that Srila Gurudev, he's known from being a king of Rath Yatra festival. So this year we'll have this beautiful opportunity to be in Jagannath Puri. And I remember that we haven't been with Parikrama with Srila Gurudev in Puri for many, many years. We'll also visit Mayapur and visit Calcutta. So what can I say? We don't really have much time left with Srila Gurudev, and this is material world, and everything comes to the end. So those are very, very precious moments, and this time becomes more and more precious. Every minute, every moment we can have personally in association with Srila Gurudev. So if you have any chance or possibility to come and join either for some time, then please do. And otherwise, that will be your biggest regret that you had these opportunities and you just let it go because of mind or like some things. If you will have a desire, it will manifest. This is also one thing I learned about Srila Gurudev, that he always says the right. And whatever he thinks, Krishna is always manifesting. Sometimes Srila Gurudev comes with idea, oh, let's go to this country or let's do this. And we're thinking, how is it possible? But now I know that whatever Srila Gurudev wants, it manifests. Krishna is really reciprocating with the heart of the devotee. So we're really looking forward towards this Kartik. I'm sure that it will be very, very special Kartik for all the devotees.
Really, thank you for amazing, beautiful questions and beautiful answers. I think, Dvijavara Prabhu, I'll just go back a little. Prabhu is gone to Karthik, so just go back a little to the Polish tours. So, like as we read, I think our knowledge of Polish tours are mostly from the diaries. So, how so just always wonder like how the people who keep seeing Gurudev year after year, like, and many have been growing up seeing Srila Gurudev, year after year. So any special you recollect and you could share with us, Prabhu?
Yes, during the Polish tour, every single day we have experience of how much people are grateful. I will just give you a few stories. Like, for example, a few days ago, I met one devotee who is doing Sankirtan, and he met one gentleman. He's like maybe 40 years old, and he said, When I was 7 years old, I came for the Festival of India. And since then, I took this decision in my heart that in the future, I want to be like a devotee. I told my parents I want to be a vegetarian and I want to read Bhagavad Gita, but of course I was like kid and I could not do anything. So when he met this devotee, like all these things came back to him, remembering the festival. He bought like 5 books, and he said, "Okay, from today I'll be reading Bhagavad Gita every day, and I'm becoming the vegetarian. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'll be offering food to Krishna." So every year, every single day, we have people who come who've been on the festival area and they're expressing their appreciation. We've been doing this festival for many, many years. Sometimes the devotees, they saying, okay, where are the results of your preaching? How many people join Krishna consciousness after Woodstock festival? However, we need to be patient. Srila Rupa Goswami says that one of the qualities that we need to be successful in Krishna consciousness is patience. So this is a gradual process. And even Srila Prabhupada, he said personally that you will not see the results of your preaching in this life. So what we're doing, Srila Gurudev is putting the seeds into the hearts of millions of people around the world. And when those people come in contact again and again with Krishna consciousness, through the Harinam, to Krishna Prashadam, at some point they'll be ready and their faith in Krishna will appear. And that will be the time when they'll be ready to come and take more Krishna consciousness, and when they'll be looking for the association of the devotees. So I've heard so many stories from different people how they used to come when they were like kids or when they were like younger to the Polish festival. Many people say that they have a Bhagavad Gita that they got on the Polish festival and they read it from time to time. Many people, they chant around at home. So a lot of people, they are not really ready to change their life in a radical way, start coming to the temple. But there is a lot of people who appreciate Krishna consciousness and who are ready to have association with the devotees and to do some chanting, do some kirtan, to read Srila Prabhupada books. And we can see that the amount of these people is growing all over the world. Myself, my realization is that with Srila Prabhupada, the first huge wave of Krishna consciousness came. And now this wave passed. And because there is so much preaching around, there'll be new waves coming very, very soon. And actually, it will be our responsibility to facilitate all the souls who will be coming, will be ready for Krishna consciousness to make the new steps. So this is one of the quality of Srila Gurudev. He's always on the front line. And he puts so many seeds in so many hearts. So this is also one way how we can please Srila Gurudev, that we can continue his legacy and we can be there for all these people who will be coming to Krishna consciousness to assist them on the way. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj made very powerful statement that it takes gallons of blood to make somebody into the devotee. So we may think that to make somebody in the devotees, to make somebody to join Krishna consciousness, so he starts to chant. But actually, there is a little bit more to this, because we need to assist all these devotees through their anartha nivritti, through the whole life of struggles and experiencing of Krishna consciousness. In India, people are more pious, so usually when they come to Krishna consciousness, it's relatively easy for them to stick for the rest of their life. Here in the West, there is more of mood of passion and ignorance. So for the people and for the new devotees, there is a little bit more of challenges coming from Maya. So to be with them and to assist them until they really develop full love for Krishna, it's actually, this is something that takes gallons of blood. Srila Prabhupada said, even if I can make one pure devotee, my movement will be successful. So this is also something that we can meditate for the future, that we should take any opportunity we can have to spend time with Srila Gurudev and serve him and serve his disciples, and also think how we can continue legacy of Srila Gurudev to spread Krishna consciousness, to go out of the box using the technology and everything that is available, how we can continue this legacy, and in that way we will always be with Srila Gurudev. The separation of the spiritual master can happen only with the conditioned nature with our body. However, the connection that we have can never be stopped or destroyed, and it becomes stronger and stronger. Yes, those are a few things that are also coming to my mind.
Very well. Nice. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thaddeus, Prabhu, you have raised your hand.
Oh, just I don't want to take much of your time. I have one quick question for Dvijavara Prabhu. Prabhuji, I was told that the Polish tour will be moved out of Poland to some other place in the near future. I would like to visit at least once in coming years to the Polish festival.
Buy the ticket
So,
and come
are
now.
there any plans in the future to change the venue from Poland to other countries?
I know that Srila Gurudeva, he had a desire in the past to preach in Italy. That was from the time when he was based and when he was doing Sankirtan and when he was temple president in France, in New Mayapur. So recently Srila Gurudeva visited Italy, and the desire came back to him, and by speaking with his god brothers, the new opportunity came out. So Srila Gurudeva requested me and my wife to go there just to see and to do some reconnaissance if that would be possible. And there was the plan that we'll this year take our Polish festival to Italy. However, because we started a little bit late with the whole process of preparing the tour, we are not able to put everything together. So Srila Gurudeva made a decision that we cannot really waste any minute, any second of our time. So it's better that we continue festival in Poland. So answering your question, yes, Srila Gurudeva has a desire and he would like to preach Krishna consciousness and actually do more, to do more festivals and to do more kirtan festivals and to reach more people. However, also we can see that the situation around the world is not really stable. So we can make some decisions and we can make some plans. However, everything is changing. One thing which is not changing is that Srila Gurudeva wants to preach Krishna consciousness and he wants to share Krishna consciousness with others, and he wants to expand this preaching.
Thank
So
you.
actually, what is happening now? We waiting for Srila Gurudeva here, and during this time, during the Polish tour, we'll be actually brainstorming, and Rasika Mataji is also coming here, so we'll be thinking about the future and checking different possibilities, having meetings with different devotees. One thing I can share with you that Srila Gurudeva is so much in love with Rishikesh Kirtan Fest that he said that we need to expand the festival even more. So we actually got a confirmation from the ashram that the ashram is available. So the next Rishikesh will be 6 weeks, every day kirtan from 13th of February till 25th of March.
Hare Krishna. Very well. Thank you, Prabhuji. I think that part, many devotees had questions about this specific thing about the next festivals happening in Italy. Prabhuji, okay, any other devotees have any question? I have one question. Before that, please raise your hand if you do. So, as it is said, a first-class devotee actually just needs to know the mood of the guru, and it is like said and unsaid, both. He or she understands and executes the service to perfection, right? So I think we all have seen you. You are an example for all of us, actually, the way you execute services. So how much time Srila Gurudev spends, let's say, explaining or asking, some changes and fine tuning certain things with any of the departments? I'm asking a little technical question maybe, but I just like want to understand how Srila Gurudev goes about it.
Like I mentioned, because we are devotees and we're trying to please Krishna and please Srila Prabhupada, then we're trying our best and we're trying to create the best available quality. So Srila Gurudev is very, very particular, and he always wants, people to have the best possible experience, also devotees to have the best possible experience. So answering your question, that really depends what is the department and who he's dealing with, because Srila Gurudev has some disciples that have experience in different areas, so he's giving them free hands, in making different arrangements. Like I know that Srila Gurudev is giving me free hand with different aspects of the festival, but at the same time, whenever there are crucial decisions to make, or like there's some point that I'm not certain, I will always go to get a confirmation and to see what is his preference. So it really depends. I know that when I joined the Polish festival, Srila Gurudev was taking bigger part in the management. There was like more immature devotees. However, over the years, Srila Gurudev gave a lot of responsibilities to different devotees, and seeing that they can take this responsibility. In many areas, he shifted his participation to being like the pure leader, when he's there to inspire devotees, when he's there to give them motivation, to give the association. And occasionally, he can actually give some corrections, or if there are like some specific things, like he will actually he will give like specific instructions how he would like to conduct different aspects of the service. So it really depends on the you may see, like during the Kartik, Shila Gurudev is arranging, like a marriage, for some disciples, or there are some VIP guests coming. Then he will put more attention into taking care of the details, and then he's managing more. Otherwise, he loves to see devotees to take responsibility and for different aspects of Krishna consciousness, and just to be on the position of the leader and inspire us. One of the reason why one of the way how Shila Gurudev is inspiring us is by giving his own example. I remember Shila Gurudev doing so many menial services here on the Polish tour, so many times picking up the garbage during the Woodstock festival. I remember during the one year we had a big Janmastami festival during the Polish tour, and when all the devotees were taking prasadam, Shila Gurudev was in the kitchen washing pots for 1 hour. So this is actually the real meaning of somebody who is a leader. We can manage assets and we can manage people, but the leader is inspiring them that everyone wants to follow his example. He's not only perfect manager, but he's also a perfect leader, perfect disciple of Srila Prabhupada.
Okay, that is a lot of nectar, I guess.
I wanted to ask one question. If you could elaborate, like most of us over here, like they are going to be future grihasthas, and we see that you and Swalakshana Mataji are such a great example of how you both wonderfully serve Gurudev. So could you please elaborate how you balance both the things, like serving Gurudev, becoming like full-time grihastha servants of Gurudev, as well as making out some time for your family and everything, other duties?
What can I say? Srila Gurudev says that we have like really good marriage, and one reason is that we actually both have the same goals in life. We are not really interested in work, in creating our, like house and whatever time we have in our life, we would like to dedicate to serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada. To actually have a children and taking care of the family is a great commitment, and it takes so much energy, and it's such a demanding service. So, however, me and my wife, we are on the same page that we would like to use the rest of our time just to somehow or other push and contribute to mission of Srila Prabhupada. So that makes it very, very easy. So we travel a lot, and like sometimes we have a better facility, sometimes we have very, very simple facilities. And my wife is such amazing soul that she can tolerate it, and she's okay with with all these arrangements. So I think that what makes it easy for us that we have the same desire that we want to please Shila Gurudev and we want to just do service. So,
Thank you so much, Pradeep. One more question, Prabhu, which I wanted to ask is, if you could elaborate, like, of course, in a larger aspect, we are all a part of Srila Prabhupada's family, and Prabhupada says that we'll have ISKCON in Golok Vrindavan. But could
yes.
you elaborate on how essential it is to have a good relationship with our God brothers and God sisters?
How to have a good relationship with the God brothers and the God sisters. Well, I can say a few things. One thing is that it is Kali Yuga. And even if we are devotees and we practice in Krishna consciousness, even for all our life, we are not free from being affected by this Kali Yuga, and this is the age of quarrel and fights. So we all have conditioned nature, and because of this conditioned nature, there are some people, some devotees that it's very easy to connect and to do service, but there are also like devotees who somehow or other irritates us, and we might have some like traumatic experience that makes that like this cooperation is very hard. So I would say that everything starts from appreciate that every devotee, no matter how new he's in Krishna consciousness, and despite of how many bad qualities he may have, he's actually very special and he's very dear to Krishna and to devotees. So yeah, everything starts from appreciation. Same like our relationship with Krishna. The natural relationship with Krishna means that we are not engaged in service, but there is some aspect of Krishna that we appreciate. So that this is like the natural relationship with Krishna, that we appreciate some quality of Krishna or prasadam or chanting or the devotees. So we need to build our intelligence. We need to see how special devotees are to Krishna. We may see the bad qualities and we may see some faults in others, but Krishna doesn't see like this. He actually appreciates everything that devotee is doing for Krishna in service. He has perfect memory, so he never forgets, and he's always grateful for everything. And he's really overlooking all the mistakes and the bad things we may do, because we're doing it just out of illusion. So what is the value of illusion? It doesn't have really any value. So in the same way, to cooperate nicely with the devotees, we need to start appreciating their qualities. We need to learn how to see the good sides that they have. And every devotee will have some strong sides and also will have some weak sides, things that we need to struggle, or like our lessons that we need to work on in our life. So this is the perfect recipe that we're trying to associate and be inspired by the good qualities that the devotee has. And at the same time, we overlook the bad qualities or like some shortcomings that this person may have. And in that way, because we'll never find, like the perfect association. Maybe our acharyas and Shila Gurudev, maybe there's a few perfect devotees, but otherwise, we are in the process purifying from our anarthas. So we need to appreciate the good qualities of the devotees. We need to oversee and give the space for the devotees so they can deal with things that they struggle in their spiritual life. And also, we need to understand that this is actually one thing that is most pleasing to Krishna. Not that we want to serve him, but we want to work and please him together in the group with the other devotees. This is something that is really catching Krishna's heart when we serving him together. Individually, we may have different talents and we may do like amazing things, but it will never impress Krishna or Srila Prabhupada as much as when we can actually work together and as a team in service to Krishna. In the spiritual world, everyone works as a team. Shrimati Radharani is the main person who knows best how to please Krishna. So Srila Rupa Goswami is her assistant. So other acharyas are assistants to him. Srila Prabhupada is assistant to them, and Srila Gurudev is assistant to Srila Prabhupada. So this is actually our relationship with Krishna, and this is our team. So I will finish by saying like this, that Srila Prabhupada did not come to this world to create ideal society of the devotees in the material world. This is Kali Yuga. He came here to train us so that we can actually become perfect members of the spiritual society in the spiritual world. So here, the place we have is actually our training ground. You go to the school, you're learning theory, but then you have like place some workshop when you're actually putting your knowledge in practice. So all the things that are happening in our society, they are just the situations that are given to us where we can practice, where we can try to apply everything that we learn, and we can actually master it to the perfection. That's why we should not expect that our society will be perfect. There'll be fall downs, there'll be politics, there'll be so many problems. And technically speaking, we need all those things so we can grow up, we can become more mature. We can learn all the tricks how Maya can distract us from the spiritual life by directing our attention. So the same thing happens among the God brothers and serving together. Here on the Polish tour, we have so many people from so many different countries, and some of them are like so different, but still, because we have one goal, somehow or other we can overcome all these obstacles, all the differences, and this is an amazing lesson to learn, that we can actually work together, we can go out the comfort zone, we can put other devotees in front of us. So this is actually really necessary lesson for us before we'll be ready to go back to Krishna and be part of the family there, the team playing. So this is opportunity. This is our learning grounds. Somebody is on the position of the authority, and even if he's not doing his job perfectly, still this is our part to learn how to actually follow the authority. So everything we need, we are given here, and so we can practice and we can achieve real perfection with being loyal to Srila Prabhupada, to Srila Gurudev, to our acharyas, with being a team player, with following the authority, loving devotees and appreciating devotees. Everything we are given is really perfect. We don't need anything more. I hope you don't mind a little bit of elaboration.
Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. I would, if Prabhu allows, I have the finale question. But if anyone wants to ask any other question,
Okay, the last one.
okay, Prabhuji, so as you have been traveling with Gurudev back and forth and in very close proximity with him, many of us have this question in our minds about Gurudev's 5-year plan. Could you please elaborate what is Gurudev's plan and how we can contribute in serving or assisting in Gurudev's 5-year plan?
Well, can I say something about proximity? The fly may sit on the king's lap and is like so close. So being really close with Shila Gurudev means actually to share his desire and to serve his mission and to give his heart. Yes, we all hearing about Shila Gurudev 5-year-old 5 years plan for preaching and spreading Krishna consciousness. So, well, what I can say, my experience is that every devotee, he has his own bhajan and has his internal life, but at the same time, he's dedicating his time to preach, and those two things are happening simultaneously. So Srila Gurudev on many occasions, he speaks that, there will be a time in his life that he would like to just move to Vrindavan and just focus on his bhajan and on reading Acharya's books and his meditation. But at the same time, he's aware that how important it is to contribute and to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission in the direct way. So he gave this 5 years plan, but which way it will go, we can't really say. He may actually go for this option and go into his, bhajan. We can actually see that he's moving towards this direction over last years. He made Vrindavan his main headquarters and his home. He got so much into studying and giving lectures about Krishna consciousness and going deeply into advanced Krishna consciousness. But at the same time, he's very much inspired to continue as much as it is possible to serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada. So I know that Srila Gurudev is also changing his mind according to the situation and what is happening. So I can't really answer this, question, how is it going to be? And we are all dependent on Krishna. We don't know how much time we have left with Srila Gurudev. That's why we should take any opportunities that we can be part of it. And how can we be part of this? Well, you can be part directly, trying to be part of these programs. You can support financially these programs happening. And I think that always the best way is to have honest meditation and desire and pray to Krishna, and Krishna will always give you intelligence. What is the best way, how you can contribute and how you can be part, and what is your role in this? Because Srila Gurudev is preaching directly, but there is also so many other projects happening, and we can't say that one project is better than the other because they all serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada and they're all important. We may think that the front line preaching is, this most important form of preaching, but also taking care of our communities and the community members, in our temples and our Namahata centers is same important, because it's all preaching, is assisting the devotees from beginning of Krishna consciousness to the moment when they fully develop love for Krishna. Therefore, all the projects are important. All the projects are dear to Srila Gurudeva, and we can always find a place, because we serving the same mission and we same the same desire that is coming from the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Rupa Goswami and Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. So Krishna will give you intelligence. Okay.
Yeah, Hari. Yeah, thank you. I think we have stretched quite some time of Prabhuji, and we have gone over time. Actually, we've been asking questions, and Prabhuji has been kindly answering and going quite deeper into several aspects. And I haven't seen Prabhuji speaking so much. That much I've heard today. So we are really glad. Yeah, it is like from one god brother to another god brother. It is so nice, like heart to heart. Like we are able to speak to you. I don't think we get this opportunity where we could hear you so much and you could open up so much. It is really nice hearing you here, Prabhu. And I think I don't think devotees will stop asking questions. so
Yeah.
so and yeah, so and Panchanya Prabhu has taken the biggest bite of all, and yeah. So and all glories to Solakshana Mataji as well, who has been wonderfully contributing and traveling with you shoulder to shoulder. Mataji is like humbly you both of you have been serving Srila Gurudev one end to the other end of the world. So I mean, I think you're glorious examples. How you've taken a backseat on your personal life itself, and entirely dedicated each breath for spreading Srila Prabhupada's mission, Chaitanya Prabhu's mission. And as you very well said, there is no Krishna consciousness without serving the other devotee, and the best devotee for us to serve is our Guru Maharaj, or Srila Gurudeva. So,
I know that Shila Gurudev loves all of you, and we are actually family. I'm always very happy to do any service. Please forgive me. Like sometimes you can deal with me, and like we're in a rush, and like we are stressed. So please forgive me. If like I was not nice to any one of you. But the same like Shila Gurudev loves all of you and cares of all of you. I'm like very happy to that we can be a family, and looking forward to all the opportunities that we'll have in the future to serve Shila Prabhupada and serve Shila Gurudev together. And I know that there'll be a lot of opportunities. There's still a lot of work to serve Shila Gurudev and to actually continue his legacy and continue his preaching to Shila Prabhupada ahead of us. So thank you so much. That was like very inspiring to be with you today. And if there is anything I can do for you, please let me know. Looking forward to seeing you, Karthik, or like on any other at any other situations or opportunities. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, again for your wonderful association, and we are all like extremely grateful for you having taken out your busy schedule and time, and having given your association. We look forward for again some future opportunities where you could come on, and then Mataji also could speak. It will be really nice. So yeah, thank you.
So just for the end, I also have a small request to you, because I know from my experience that nothing really happens without blessings of the devotees. So if you could give me your blessing that somehow or other we can please Shila Gurudev with our service, and if you can please Shila Prabhupada, I'll be very, very grateful to all of you.
Hari Hari. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, Prabhuji. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna.
Tatarupesha kripa sindhubhya. Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Shila Gurudeva ki jai.
Yeah,
Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Sankirtan Yagya ki jai.
yeah.
Janita Gaura Pramanandi.
Hari Hari.
Good night. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari. Just I'll take just one more minute. Thank you, all of you, for joining in large numbers, and yeah, it was an amazing experience, and yeah, like please pray that we'll have more of these special souls, personalities in the it is not just Srila Gurudev's family, it is in the ISKCON movement itself. As Prabhuji said, that it's like Srila Gurudev is like the front line warrior, and he's sowing the seeds. Like we are seeing so many 30 plus years of festivals in Poland, and this is just seed, and it is like I think it is pumpkin seed, right, which actually germinates every after 6 months, and there is this like sesame seed which will just germinate in a day or two. So lot of things, amazing things are yet to manifest. And as Prabhu said, we all have to be prepared to support this next wave. I mean, I think it's an amazing thing that he mentioned. It's a next wave. Like he just compared with how Srila Prabhupada's wave happened and Chaitanya Prabhu's wave happened, and there's going to be another next wave. And amazing. I mean, it's like how devotees see the whole movement itself is mesmerizing, actually. I think on that aspect. And Panchan Prabhu, thank you, seriously, thank you so much for digging. You I mean, not exactly comparing, but you need Shukadev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj to ask the perfect question and give perfect answers. So, but yeah, just taking so beautiful.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for allowing me to ask questions. I wanted to give a big shout out here to Vrajapati Sutta Prabhu. Really, Prabhuji, we are grateful to you. Prabhu arranged this call with Dvijavara Prabhu. We all know that it is so difficult to get Prabhu. First of all, in Kartik, it's hardly. I agree with Vijay Narasimha Prabhu. It was like I heard him for the first time speaking so much. Otherwise, it is just that Hare Krishna and he's in a rush. He's doing his services. So really, it was deep nectar. And thank you so much, Vrajapati Sutta Prabhu.
You're on mute.
Prabhuji, you're inaudible.
Vrajapati Prabhu, can't hear you.
So till the time Prabhu gets back, I also wanted to request all our illustrious God brothers, God sisters. Today we got a message from Rasika Mataji. Only 2,000 books are left of Adventures of Traveling Monk to make it India's bestseller. So please push yourselves. अपना जो local temple है, local center है, abroad के contacts है, जितना है सबको गुरुदेव के books दे दीजिए. I got a call from Chaitanya Bhav Prabhu, and he sponsored 250 books. He sent me the Lakshmi, and he's like, Panchajanya Prabhu, just distribute them to whoever you know, whoever might be interested. So it is such a great thing. All of you are doing such a great effort. We are seeing every week some or the other temple is getting Gurudev's books, but we wanted to cross the 2,000 barrier, and then Govind Charan Pro has promised that we'll have a great party, big party celebration of making it. So yes, thank you so much, everyone. Yes, Prajapati Pro is back again. Praji, over to you.
Vrajapati Prabhu, you are able to unmute?
Is I'm audible now?
Yeah, you are.
I'm audible?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So I was just saying that he's a wonderful Bhagavatam speaker. Overall, I had seen him in even in Poland police tour. He gives us such a nice classes, and especially his question answer sessions are very wonderful. All devotees appreciate even there also. Any other questions? So as we say, saw today.
I was going to ask you.
If maybe whenever he start, yes, after police tour, we can ask him, and especially we can have a session for hearing the stories. Question and answer session, that was all good. But there's so many hidden stories behind. Those are not mentioned in our diaries and all. Like just like today, he shared one story. So he has so many things stories to share and all.
Yeah. So yes. So.
Yeah, a session like that. Also. So, yeah.
And yes, bro. Like I've been. Okay, I think Prabhu, you muted yourself. I think Vrajapati Prabhu.
Yes, no, you you're saying something.
Oh no, yeah. So, I mean, I as Panchana Prabhu was saying, like I've heard him giving some like signals through his eyes. I mean, like I remember one time I went to fetch the peacock feather fan, and uh, he just looked. I mean, it was like it was the temperature was not really warm, but just to do some service, I went to fetch the fan, and just Prabhu just looked me in the eye, and I was done there. My service was over. I just returned to my place. So he doesn't
No, no,
speak that.
he's like strong like when his service comes, he's like strong like sometimes, but his heart is very like we can say like makhan. So whenever he cares you for devotee, he's very for devotee. But sometimes for the service, he has to be sometimes strict. So that's sometimes devotees see strict nature of him. Many times and devotees become fearful. But he's very wonderful devotee. As I served him from many years, like last 3 years, I'm serving with him. It's wonderful
Okay.
serving.
Yeah. Yes, bro. And yes, like as Prabhuji mentioned, if you have not already booked your, and I don't know, like Seva Swarup Prabhu was here. I don't know if he's still there, but yeah, he's still there around. Yeah, it is our Kartik Parikrama, and the Karta Dharta of our bookings. Okay, is Seva Swarup Prabhu for all Mayapur stay and
Prabhu Girdhari Prabhu
Jagannath
is
Puri
doing
stay.
fine.
Kindly, pray that Seva Swarup Prabhu has some, options for you if you are booking late. Seva Swarup Prabhu, you have
Hare
something to
Krishna
say?
Prabhuji, sorry, Dandavat Pranam, but I am not the Karta that Girdhari Prabhu is doing. So Girdhari Prabhu can do the magic for everyone. He is the monitor. I am like helping him.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Both of you. I mean, I absolutely know. I mean, actually, this the load of this entire 1 month is going to be on the on shoulders of these Prabhus, uh, Girdhari Prabhu and Sevaswar Prabhu. So yeah, so if you are planning your this thing late, then you uh, you need to please these Prabhus. If you plan well in advance, it is still there is some hope, because so this is going to be a little off track. I mean, we as Prabhuji said, Vijayara Prabhu, we probably last decade is when we went to these places, right? So it's really challenging for even them, right, to do things of the kind. It's really helping because one way, like Saru Prabhu, he's uh, I don't know if how many people know the kind of service that Prabhu does. Prabhu's like job location is in Pune, and his service location is in Calcutta, and he travels. He spends most of his salary in traveling and preaching. So it is like he's another glorious God brother that we have. So it has helped because he is there in Calcutta, and he's been serving in the West Bengal area, that he's able to do this service for Mayapur bookings and Calcutta bookings, and now he's also into booking for Jagannath Puri part, the second half of the parikrama. So yeah, I humbly request if you can actually help these prabhus to plan well, if you make your plans well in advance. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, I think Mayapur will be a little challenge, correct, Prabhu, Sayasur Prabhu, like if the
Yeah,
plan gets.
Mayapur, like if we are coming partially, we are not uh, able to provide accommodation currently.
Hmm.
Uh, Puri and Mayapur for accommodation part we are done. Girdharipur has like talked to everyone, paid advance, and the bookings are done.
Hmm.
The registration should be opening soon, maybe tomorrow or.
I don't know.
And Kolkata is still we are, but it would be also done as soon as I am back in Kolkata. So maybe next week but we have seen few hotels and places, planned the visiting places where we are going to have programs. So like we have done some advance party also in Puri, for seeing the places and trying to see if we able to fit in there or not. So that part have been done. But just Kolkata accommodations left. Other things are, and Girdaripur is really very well. I'm sometimes surprised that I talk to some person, get some rate, and give his number to Girdaripur, and Girdaripur calls him and get some 400 discount again, which he denied me earlier. So he does with everyone. He always gets discount.
So he has a Gujarati blood in him.
Yeah,
This-
I know. Now I can understand this, bro. Like earlier, I thought this is just these are only available in jokes and other places, but
no, yeah. I mean,
So
Mataji,
just making it clear for all devotees, हमारा hotel book हो चुका है. In the sense, we have the
yeah.
organizers have got the hotel. Registration नहीं हुआ है. So don't get panic. Registration is going to begin. You will get enough rooms. And as Dvijavara Prabhu said in the call, if you have strong desire, even if the registrations are closed, if you have strong desire, Krishna will manifest. So end moment भी हो जाएगा, but strong desire रखो. And I would request everyone. Just today I was talking to one of our god brothers, and I just couldn't explain what is Kartik Parikrama. So although we might talk about it, but the experience is the experience. Unless and until you come to Vrindavan or Mayapur and practically hear Gurudev's lectures, kirtans, तो आपको experience ही करना पड़ेगा. Thank you so much.
also just in case to make Giridhari Pro's life easier, please, if someone is like doing some out of date booking, trying to do registration and want something special, like some special needs are there, just write at info at the card at the rate karthikparikama.com, so that that email is really monitored by him and his team. So Prabhu will officially be looking into that and trying to help all those who are writing there.
Yeah, Jai. I think, and yeah, you can pray, but still, yeah, and I think we will soon have a Q&A session, hopefully, with Rasika Mataji and Goinchan Pro. I don't know when it will happen, because I think we should have done it a week or two ago, but they were still in the Sadhu Sangha, and now they have jumped into the next festival already, Polish tour. So I don't know when we'll get time, but I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, whatever we can answer, we'll do our bit. I mean, any basic questions, we'll from whatever we have seen, experienced through probably. Since yeah, Prabhuji and all have been visiting, have been participating in Kartik Parikrama for many years. So many devotees can answer, I think, many questions. But I think anything very specific, we could wait for Mataji and Prabhuji to come. Otherwise, again, Sir Prabhu has already given the email ID info at Kartik Parikrama, right? So yeah, right to that. And yeah, don't wait for that. Making everyone pray for you. Last minute you are unable to book and making everyone pray for you. Don't give that service to everyone. So yeah, so and yeah, plan. I think Panchanru, one thing that you mentioned is like the rooms are booked and registrations will open. That is true for like post Mayapur. The Mayapur thing is still a challenge. Okay, so please keep that in mind. It is like the devotees who have the longest registration will be given preference. as Seva Swarup Prabhu said. Otherwise, it's like, bits and pieces. It is not possible because it's obviously it's a limited accommodation available and within. And if you are able to anyway, you have contacts to the headquarters of ISKCON, then you have some president level contacts and all that. You can definitely work out some pastime and get your place there. So yeah. All right. Anything else? I think I think we're all excited having heard Roji, and we'll keep going on for another half an hour. We keep talking here. All right. Any last questions or comments? We'll call it night.
Prabhuji, Gopi Mandala Mataji says just the last question.
Mataji, yes, please go ahead. What is the question?
Hi, Krishna Praji. Just Praji, I wanted to ask if a devotee comes for like 2-3 days to Mayapur, for the yatra, they can separately book for the just for like going to the places, to the sthalis. They can pay separately. Is there an option for that?
At the outset, I think yes, 100% there should be, because there will be there are so many devotees, disciples in Mayapur itself, right? Who live in Mayapur, and they'll also be wanting to come and join the parikrama. So and we, even in Jaipur, like we take a big, like 3 bus or 5 buses to Jaipur. There also we have per day some Lakshmi we can give and be part of the program. Mostly prasadam is what they are asked to contribute. Otherwise, yeah, obviously there shouldn't be any thing.
And also, Praji, from Mayapur to Calcutta, the bus, which will be provided by Rasika Maji, Govind Praji. So, can we also like, if we are not taking the accommodation part, so can we just book for the bus also?
This is a very good question for the info at karthikparikrama.com.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Just like the day we are moving from Mayapur to Kolkata, there is a visit planned also in between.
Paniyatti.
Yeah, Panihati and Khardaha maybe.
Yeah. Right. So.
Also, Prabhuji, I wanted to make small announcement in case devotee has skipped it. In the group will be giving initiations this year in Mayapur on Bahulashtami day. Usually Guru gives initiation on Gopashtami here in Karthik, but it will be Bahulashtami this time. It will be in Mayapur.
Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing that. I think I missed that as well.
Maybe just one point I was thinking, maybe within 2 weeks to 3 weeks down the time, we can also ask Jaita Prabhu if he could give class one day. I was thinking, already Parshuram Prabhu is already, Jaita Prabhu also would be one wonderful thing. He can also give so many.
Yes, yes.
The big people so many.
Sure, Prabhu. Sure, we'll definitely ask. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes, we have a guest here. Kirtania Gaura has joined, I guess. seeing him. And he's our youngest god brother, seems. Just got initiated this year, right?
Oh, yeah, I see, yeah, Kirtani Prabhu. Very. Or is it,
Yeah, I was thinking, hope Preacher Mataj is not there on his name.
yeah, I, or it is Priyachand Mataji and Vrajapati Prabhu who have sneaked in under the name of their son. Harival. Okay, all right. All right. Thank you, all of you, so much for your time and association. And we'll again connect next week. And hoping we'll have glorious, amazing association of our senior God brothers, God sisters. All right. Please let's pray for each other. And वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः वैष्णव की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय हरि हरि निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि कार्तिक परिक्रमा 2025 की जय
जय